What's going on, YouTube? So let's get right into this. Hope everyone is doing well. Um, there's some things that's been on my mind regarding Bitcoin and these quote unquote platforms that you know involve cryptocurrency. You know, there are a great deal of scams out there. It's hard enough. It's already hard enough, I should say, to learn about cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, to learn about what Bitcoin is, to learn about the blockchain, to learn about wallets, hot wallets, cold wallets, to learn about exchanges, how to trade, how to buy, how to sell Bitcoin. When you understand what Bitcoin is, it takes a little getting used to. There's a learning curve involved, right? So when you have these platforms, crypto platforms, I don't even really like to use the word platforms to me because it's kind of cliche. These platforms that promise some type of passive income. There have been many that have come. There have been many that have gone. Many, who've just scammed out, and many who just haven't lived up to the promises. They haven't lived up to the promises that they offered to people, you know, because they would tell you that they would, if you relinquish your coins, whatever it is, starting with Bitcoin, they would allow you to, well, they would hold your coin and pay you daily interest rates, right? Earnings. The problem with that is when they scam out, you end up losing. You end up, feeling like crap. You end up having to now start all over doing something else. It puts a sort of like the experience of crypto becomes tainted. This is why doing your research is so important. Doing your research is so important. When in 2017, this phenomenon of lending was created in the crypto space. Lending, that's it's almost like a pejorative term to me. You know, in 2018, at the fall of the lending, the beginning of 2018 introduced the fall of the lending space, right? To an extent, and then the DApps, decentralized applications on the Ethereum blockchain, um, became popular. So people were using DApps now to try to generate some type of passive income. There's nothing wrong with finding ways and means to generate passive income, right? But what I find that can be problematic is when you get involved with a platform and you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan on what it is that you want to. What's your goal? Of course, it is to make money, but there has to be some type of end goal, because when the certain platforms have scammed out and have caused people to lose their shirts, they have caused people to lose huge amounts of money. I mean, their 401ks, they mortgaged their homes, refinanced, whatever they did. They took out so much money to throw in a platform that was promising them huge sums of returns on their investments, and they did not deliver. Number one, some people say that you have to jump in early so that you can retain the rewards to get your money out, get your seed monies out before everything closes. It's like this Ponzi type of schematic Ponzi pyramid model, it's not cool because Bitcoin, when you understand, as I'm learning, I'm understanding more and more and more how valuable this can potentially be. When you relinquish your coins onto a platform and you no longer hold your private keys, it's like throwing your money in the wind. It's like getting rid of everything, throwing your money in the wind. What I'm trying to say is these platforms that promise returns, because they're still out there. They're still out there. These high interest bearing or high yield in interest. Stay away from those. It's like it's a hyper form of gambling. You might as well go to a casino and throw your monies in a slot machine or play cards on a table. You have a better chance, I guess, of receiving something than getting involved with certain platforms that are not there to help you win, especially if they are zero sum, if they're structured in a way where there's zero sum types of games, because you have games also that are on certain blockchains, Ethereum, Tron. They have these software, these apps, decentralized applications where you can gamble or play these games and hopefully win some rewards. But you know how that goes with gambling. You're not guaranteed anything. Smart contracts by way of on an Ethereum blockchain. Certain smart contracts have lived up to the hype. They have, but you have to find them. Certain have lived up to the hype by way of what I'm saying by living up to the hype is the developers created a code, created a platform using the code that's easily accessible, open source. Anyone who wants to read the code can go into, for example, an Ethereum blockchain, look at the code and see how it works, see how it's designed from top to bottom, and then you make a decision on what you're going to do. Do you want to invest your crypto in something like that, or do you want to just, you know, receive your crypto, hold it, or do something else, whatever. But be careful. What I'm saying, there are scams. There are scams. This space is considered the Wild West. Wild West, because the space is unregulated. And the powers that be, the governmental powers that be, for example, the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, is taking a huge amount of time. They're dragging their feet. I mean, this is something even their own commissioner, um, Pierce, Miss Pierce, I think her name is, has even issued a statement saying that the U.S. is falling behind because in the crypto space, because the SEC doesn't know, pretty much hasn't made a decision on what the regulations are, right, in crypto, and how to really, I guess, police the space, I want to say, without being too uh, forward in what I'm saying. But that's just the bottom line. You just, once you understand what cryptocurrency is, and how these large institutions are getting ready to, create a huge position for themselves and their institutional investors, because you have people who are super uber wealthy, who are looking into this space, who are trying to get their foothold into this because they understand what the potential may be with this. Do you want to take something that's seen, that has huge potential, and throw it in a platform that's just going to be, that's just going to scam out on you? Well, do you want to do that? That really doesn't make sense. Sure, you want to make a quick buck, but I was told this from a long time ago, and it still kind of holds true. The tortoise always beats the hare. A slow nickel always beats a fast dime. So, in other words, people always, and people say, you know, don't lose, don't put in money that you're willing, that you know, I don't even like the saying, you know, don't put money in that you can't afford to lose. Like, that's, why would you want to put any money that you can is that you can't afford to lose? What? Who, you know, maybe a person like me, I'm not uber wealthy at all. I'm on the bottom of the totem pole, like regular person. Why would I try to? I don't know. Hey, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that way you'll be abreast as to whenever I drop videos. And I'll talk to you later and hope you're well. Take care.